Good evening from Exciting World Viewpoints, where we talk about various things in our daily society, from politics, entertainment, TV shows, movies, anything else that may be of social issues that may be of great interest that we may have major concerns with. So today, I like to begin, and there's going to be of Exciting World Viewpoints today, and this is going to be one of my first in-camera videos I've done in a very long time. And to confirm, no AI was actually used in this video. A little bit assisted, but as you can see, there's real voice, real image, real cameras, real equipment. And we're going to go with even all the little mistakes that we may be making in this video as well. That's okay, because now we know it's actually real. So today, the big issue that we're going to talk about, it's kind of a political, very social thing, very important thing we have, and that's having clear or clean drinking water in our everyday cities. And that's something many of us take for granted. And like it or not, it becomes a matter of politics as well. As you can see in other countries of the world that may not have very good drinking water, and that's the issue of politics. So drinking water feels so normal, right? You drink it, right, even from the faucet at times, simple. Clean water doesn't magically appear, not always guaranteed. And in fact, clean drinking water is one, again, a major political issue in the world. And many of them, of governments, want to try to privatize it, if not is already. And many times has been privatized, as we have seen, a few examples. There's been very serious consequences when you go service over profit. Having clean water by our municipalities and provinces is a public service, and that's what it should always be, not a private industry. So water is a public need, not a private product. Clean water, again, a very basic need of society, protecting its need, people, keeping you all healthy, keeping communities healthy, basic essentials for life. Public water system has one goal: keep everyone safe, reliable water, no matter or how much they actually make their income value. It should be accessible to everyone, regardless who you are. Now it's the responsibility of your public services, not a private company. Private companies should not be involved in this because it never works out very well. Private companies exist for one reason: profit, and they don't care about public health too much. Those aspects don't fix very well at all, and it should never actually happen. Private companies care about money, not long-term safety. So, for example, the infrastructure, pipes, treatment plants, testing systems, always need constant investment. And that's not good as a private business if you're looking for profits. It should be a public service, so it's accessible to everyone of who you are. And this is public systems have been a plan for a very long time, and that's something that we keep going on every time. So when you see a water system privatized, there's going to be delay in all the services, from repairs, less testing, higher bill for everyone because you're actually paying everything directly, and that's not very good at all. And there's going to be a lower quality of everything all around. And some of the more low income areas just get ignored completely because it's not very suitable. It doesn't bring in the actual numbers that companies want. So what do we actually consider? So we always have to make sure we keep push on the need at keeping our water systems as a public service. So again, you make sure you keep an eye out on what the government's plans are actually doing at times. Make sure they're not addressing new bills. If they are, you get in contact, do petitions or anything you need to do about that. But you all want to make sure to keep it on your feet, that we know always keep it in your mind. Water is a very important source and is a public service. It should always be accessible to you no matter what, not a private business. It should never work. So again, using my privatization, it raises prices and just there's always going to be in an unbalance for everyone throughout when we have a private system. So one thing is, you're always going to see your prices go up, quality goes down, as I mentioned before. And look, for example, when there was a major privatization in USA, Flint, Michigan, a few years back had a major water crisis. Companies took over, they're using the water, people were getting billed thousands of dollars, and many people had no access to any water, clean water, if not any water at all. And yet the companies were told them, actually the local governments were telling them that the water was clean because they're working directly in the company's interests, and people were suffering for it. They were actually getting very poor water that was not even healthy to even use at all, and they're paying lots of money for it. And that was part of the crisis, and that's a good example when your public service no longer uses or no longer utilizes your water, and that's where you hand all your water systems to the private corporations. They're in it for the profit. They don't care too much the service as well, and that's exactly an example of how. So you must always be on your feet to make sure your water in your area that you live in is a public service, stays within the proper boundaries and doesn't get sold off to anyone. So the pattern is always going to be the same. During a major crisis, water companies often fail. So like droughts, infrastructure failure, they're going to move more slowly with these private companies. We've seen cases where private companies have like delays telling the public about any contamination, which happened in Flint, Michigan, and they avoid upgrading the systems, understaff emergency teams, and again, they're only interested in their actual profits, and that's what it was. So it's just water is too important and essential to rely on a company, private company, that treats it just like a business transaction. It has to be part of the public domain. That's all we all do. So like, always remember, water is human right, and at the end of the day, when it comes down to this, it's not a product, not a brand, not a luxury or subscription service. It's a very important thing that everyone should have in the actual community, having affordable water without conditions, without barriers, no profit margins. Turning it all into a business just never works at all. So here's the question I have for the day, and this is something, even though I already mentioned it already. Why is clean drinking water important to you personally? And why do you think it should always be treated as a public service? Why should water be treated as a public service? So something for everyone, not just for luxury or people who have higher incomes. It should be available to everyone. And why do you think that should be the thing? So that's the question I have for today. And I want to hear your points. And you leave it in the comments below about this. That's something we could actually talk about. And why is it important to keep in touch with your local governments, either municipal, provincial, or any other level? Keeping your water in the public domain is always an important thing to do. Why should we always be doing that? So again, keep your eye on that one question I mentioned. I'll leave it on the actual screen for you, and leave in the comments below about why you think. Yeah, I want your answer below. So again, before you end this video, subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to start trying to do some videos on this, and tell me your feedback, which actually answering the question and what you thought of the actual video, and should I continue to do more of this videos. Again, as you see, it's a human video. I left you my mistakes in here, so we know it's not a mistake or anything else. So again, thank you for your time for watching Exciting World Viewpoints today. I hope you enjoyed this moment, and we hear from you back very shortly. Bye for now.